you're completely right there, Lee. It was never finalized in the sense that the ISO would confirm it.
Which is unfortunate because I've hardly seen an alignment string that does not have a start change that's not 0. Yeah. It used to be in there, as we all know, before RC3 or something or other, RC2. So
yeah, I mean, from the current perspective of how measurements are done, it wouldn't. It's sort of clear what's supposed to be done, but it's not explicitly stated anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I know it got caught up with the rail stuff with.
So are you saying that this is still under discussion in the railway team?
No. The problem is that the Building Smart didn't put it into the standard that they submitted because this is not part of the schema, because the schema doesn't deal with occurrences. So it doesn't really say, you have to model this and this like this and this. That's for concept templates and usages to do.
Yes.
And they didn't deal with that part. So yeah, that's what we have.
So nothing prevents to do at least describing, but there are no put code convention and there are no concept templates that tells how to use it, how to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It came up with the equalities, change equalities, and all those sorts of things, which I don't think were ever finalised for the rail, which would also mean for tunnels and roads. But start change used to be part of the one of the geometry items, but it was taken out. So that's the only thing. We just don't know how to do it. Was there, Sergey, even though it wasn't in the standard, was there finally a way that said this is how you should do it?
Well, for chainage, I think we now have a relatively common understanding that measurements are supposed to be done on the IFC referent level. And we also introduced the station template.
Yep.
That does that with rail positions, and I think tunnel and rail are actually quite aligned with that, because we were advocating for this on both projects. But
because it's just part of the semantic definition, I presume. That's where the only place we need it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's exactly where you need it, and
yes.
that's also a requirement that was very, very strongly formulated by Klaus from Rail Complete, if you remember.
Yep. Yeah.
We tried to bring as many as possible of the requirements in, but it was also in after we already handed over to Building Smart. So I did document the issue on the Building Smart site, but they didn't then put it in. I'm not really sure why, because it was sort of that was the agreement that we document the issue, and
it was fundamental. Have you got it somewhere there of what you want us to do? So we'll put it into our writer for our examples, and then we'll see what others say.
Can we? I think we have a couple of example files where we have alignment with the start station in it, at least. So maybe we can check that and make sure that we have the examples anyway.
Yes, just so there is one, since I know everybody doing any of this work, which all has alignments, will always have a non-zero start change.
When you say we, Lars, you mean we tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. Would it be? We have done quite a few concept templates in tunnel. Should we do this one as well then, or?
Yeah, exactly. That will be my next topic also. Should we then do it and document it properly and say, this is how it's done?
Then we'll stick it into using it in 4x3.
Yeah.
Because it's only, as you say, it's only in the semantic definition. So it's only a bit of attribute type stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think we should do it, and we could maybe coordinate a bit with the railway team as well to make sure that matches their view too. But if you say that this is the similar expectations they had, then you know what that expectation is. So we should do it because that's relevant for us as well. Okay, thanks, Lee, for the question. Good point.
Thank you.
Good morning, John, or good evening, I should say.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's well.
Hi there.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just going around with checking if people had questions or comments. Have you on your side any thing that strikes you that you would like us to answer possibly?
Not at the moment. I haven't been focusing as much on tunnel in the last month or two, but still busy working away at 4.3. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to join a few more of these meetings if they're running, because one of my clashes has disappeared. So.
Okay. So you know where we stand, right? I mean, we've covered in terms of the different concepts, the templates that go with it, and the usage associated. We've covered the domain-specific stuff. So until June, you remember we were covering like quote generic IFC concepts required for any kind of proper built IFC exchange. But and since the summer we engaged into those concepts that are more either tunneling related or geotechnics related. But
right.
you can bring up any questions, on the entire set, including these that we have covered at the beginning of the year. So it's
yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have any specific questions at the moment. So.
Okay. Thanks for that.
John, you've been doing examples of alignments. Have you done one yet with the start change? You might have come in when I was asking, has that been finalized? So,
well, I know how I understand it and how I've implemented it. So if I didn't give you an example already with a start change, I can. So or I'm happy to participate in that discussion here and make sure my understanding is consistent with what's been proposed or suggested. So it's basically putting a reference at the start of the alignment, and then there's actually a property set that nominates the station or chainage. So that's how I've implemented it.
And because Sergey said he has something, so we just need to check that you're using an identical thing and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
John was part of the discussion, so I'm pretty sure he implemented it as was discussed. But like I said, we just need to formalize it because apparently Building Smart won't. So if it's then injected into the specification from tunnel, I think it's fine. But it just has to be clear in the end that 4.3 just uses the same, and that's it.
John, can you send me an example just so I'll have a look?
Yeah, I can, and I'll check if that last example I sent you already included it. So.
Right. Yeah. Thanks.
I guess the related topic, because I'm not sure if at least at a conceptual or a preliminary design, this sort of the span of the linear placement as well, whether a tunnel runs from chainage X to chainage Y, or like a bridge or something. So I don't know whether you guys have discussed that topic, but that's probably another one where. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Let me give you the link, Lars. That one's quite well documented. We only don't have a usage, I think, right?
We don't have a usage, I think, but we should have. I mean, we have invented this new entity with this tunnel typical section, which typically uses the same concept.
Right.
And Lars, again, would you know if ISO has said anything around that as part of their comments back, even though that was not submitted? But have they touched that one subject in their comments?
I haven't heard anything, honestly. But ISO isn't looking really deep into the infra concepts, unfortunately, because apparently no reviewer is really from that domain. So that might be a slight problem. But at least the building part will be enhanced and made better.
Okay. Yes,
John,
so we should look at that. Okay.
I put the link to span positioning in chat. You might have a look there. That's how we envisioned it.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks consistent with how I understood it should be done. So.
John, are you able to give out examples of things yet, or is it still under an embargo?
Well, I don't think it's under an embargo. It's been, yeah. No, I should be able to give out some examples. Anyone that has a valid license for Civil 3D can download the add-in and also test it or generate files. So.
And you've been writing the writer, though, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I've been developing that with Autodesk. So.
Yeah, so I'd like now if you've got any examples just of payments and that, so we can make sure we set them up the same way.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you both of you for the discussion. Yes, and so we'll get back to you then. Should we ask maybe Visa whether you will have any questions on the current templates we are covering, or whether you'd like to report upon the work you've been doing over the past months? Anything, any comments, any questions?
Well, I just wanted to double check that I'm looking the right GitHub page, like, because I think there's no like super fresh updates on the files.
No, but there are. You see, there are 22. Is it pull requests? We have had. Or Stefan, I should say, have had some issues getting the checker online, but it's online now. So we have a extensive backlog to go through here. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're both welcome to look at least the recent pull requests that have a green tick next to them. Those should be fine. If you're searching for example files of the Sprint 3 stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yes,
what would be like the most comprehensive tunnel here today?
I
just
think
example
that
files.
I think that maybe there are no Sprint 3 pull requests that have a green tick yet, unfortunately. So those we have to go through because it's Sprint 3 that are sort of tunnel specific or geotech specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are a few submissions, and you have as well those example files you have developed last that you should maybe make Visa aware of.
Yeah, but I think those do not have a green tick either just yet because of the geometry type that I used.
Yeah, for Lars, for example, if you run into some like uproot file, just ping me and I can give it a go. What happens on our platform?
Yes. You want to import and do look at it, or what would be your?
Yeah, you only.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I imported one of those query files, and I saw some kind of flatbed in Norway, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
from my example files that I created, the geometry is really simple because I'm doing this programmatically. I don't have any sort of real input data, so I need to just. I mean, I'm focusing on getting the structure right and not focusing that much on geometry, unfortunately, because I don't have sort of the tooling. So I'm hoping for other vendors to create more sort of interesting examples to actually view. But so I'm sort of making a excavation body just as a tube, sort of, for example, a straight one and so on. So it's quite uninteresting.
Yeah.
But Beaver Control had submitted things around Sprint 3 for
Yes, but
a week ago or so.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
yeah. So we just have to get a green tick there.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I keep on pinging this GitHub.
Yep. And Adam from FD has as well updated some of his examples. The systems distribution example that he had provided. He has updated it apparently a few hours ago. He has updated his pull request.
Yes, I'm not certain if he updated his one with the ports or not.
That looks like this is what he did.
This is the one.
Yeah. I think that's the one. I just looked at it quickly just before this meeting, and it seems like he's missing a bunch of property sets at least. So, but we'll check that.
Right, but the ports are in the right place.
I think so.
One problem at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay. Anything else we on our side would like to bring people up to speed with? Stefan, anything you'd like to stress?
No, nothing from my side.
Okay. Sergey?
Not in tunnel, but I did have a really nice debugging session in Rail yesterday, but 4x4 wasn't influenced by it.
Okay. 4.4. Lars?
No, nothing. We'll just have to find some time to go through this backlog that we have. So
a few things on our plate. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, we should now start merging, or at least give a good hint as to what is still missing.
Yes.
Lee, anything else?
Unmute. No. Until next week.
Yep. Great.
But maybe put this concept template for stationing, start station in particular. Put that on the to-do list, maybe.
Yep, indeed.
For us,
I think we just need a usage for that.
Yeah.
Directly on the line.
Yeah, we need a usage.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Good. Yep. So please have a good day or have a nice evening, and we'll talk to each other again next week.
All right. Good evening. Oh,
Thank
good
you, thank
morning,
you.
sorry.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Cheers.
your evening. Have a great
Bye-bye,
day.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.